before, I think, the 10-minute bill, education, the triple lock. What guarantees can you give? What work have you done to make sure schools are safe? Because there are some schools in which members of staff have died, and you are working to prevent them from closing.
Well, first of all, I should say that this is an example. I'm glad you've asked this question because I'm doing my best to work hard for Harlow to bring back skills and investment into our town. I keep mentioning the £3 million because it's very important that we've got for skills only this week. But I also am passionate about education, and I believe the last year, 18 months, was really tough for our children. They faced what I call four horsemen of the apocalypse. Mental health has really suffered, their educational attainment has really suffered, there's been safeguarding assets, and their lifetime chances have been significantly damaged. That's despite the efforts of incredible teachers and support staff across Harlow. Now, the bill that I presented, by the way, I should say that it was backed by the current Children's Commissioner, Rachel D'Souza. That's an independent person who looks after the welfare of children across the United Kingdom by legislation, right? It was also backed by the former Children's Commissioner, so these are serious people. The head of ASCL, which is the teachers' trade union for head teachers and leaders of schools and colleges, gave a cautious welcome to this bill. And what the bill said, just to explain to Harlow residents who are watching your Harlow now on your video, is that there should be, before the government closes schools again across the country, there should be a triple lock. The first is that the Children's Commissioner should give a view. Now that to me is not unreasonable. Secondly, there should be a vote in Parliament. That to me is not unreasonable. And third of all, that if schools are closed and Parliament votes to close the schools, then every 3 weeks there should be another vote just to look at the situation again. Now that is not unreasonable, that's not putting a children in harm. And believe me, this would not have got the backing from the Children's Commissioner. It would not have got the backing from the cautious welcome from the head of ASCL if this bill had been dangerous to children, who, thank goodness, are at low risk from COVID. And according to the papers today, cases amongst children have gone down significantly.
But what helped us, I was in a school recently, and it was like so warm. So in a 60-year-old building, so what help are schools getting some schools for ventilation?
Yes, sorry, I should have answered that part of your question. That's very important. I constantly fight for more funding for schools. My committee that I chair, the Education Committee, care deeply about education, produced a report about funding for schools. Schools have had, there's a multi-million-pound fund to help schools deal with COVID, which is very important. In the budget, the schools got a significant increase in the schools budget. Just to take children with special educational needs alone, that's 2.6 billion extra for children with special educational needs, something I've been campaigning for months. The skills budget is being increased by 42% in cash terms. The school's core budget, main budget of school, has also been significantly increased. There'll always need to be more money. I will always fight for it. I spoke in Parliament about it only last week. I'm doing a debate on Tuesday in Parliament, which I have led with a Labour MP, a senior Labour MP called Nick Brown, who used to be in the cabinet under Tony Blair and Gordon Brown, and in the shadow cabinet under Ed Miliband and Jeremy Corbyn. Really serious Labour MP. We went to the backbench committee together 2 weeks ago to lobby for a debate on the floor of the House of Commons to try and get more support for mental health professionals in school, and I'm participating in that debate on Tuesday. So I'll always fight for more funding and more support for our schools.